Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight. Welcome back to Dead Cells, the Update 6 Alpha. You may be wondering, hey, Gaslight, why did you seem to get kind of hesitant there? And the reason is because the War Spear is, I would say, borderline overpowered. Ooh. Borderline overpowered when you're on the higher cell difficulties due to it, you know, there being like so many enemies to smack around. You also may be wondering, hey Gaslight, why did you turn off all the boss cells? And the reason is because I think I still wanted to do a survival build, to be honest with you. Anyway, the reason is because I would very much like, in this case, to just kind of do a speed run and, you know, the vast number of enemies that you see in the higher difficulties kind of impedes that goal just a little bit. So we are not going to worry about it too much. Though I also figure it looks like we very definitely have less to worry about when. Whoop, get up there, man. We have a lot less to worry about when it comes to a number of things here, but actually the other reason I kind of wanted to play on a lower difficulty level is because I've been, my cold's almost gone, but it seems to have been replaced with a bit of a fever and looming sense of nauseousness, so I figure, you know, anything to make my life a tad bit easier. Though it also occurs to me, the downside of no boss cells is that it seems like, for the most part, cursed chests tend to be limited to, like, being behind the cell doors these days. So, with that in mind, I guess I ought to be a little bit concerned. Also, I'm not going to worry too much about things. Specifically, I want to fit most of my stats into... Actually, you know what? Thought just occurs to me. I was kind of thinking to myself, hey, maybe a tactics build would be... Or, a build in which we go do a cursed sword run, which also kind of justifies the lower difficulty, so that we have a somewhat more reasonable chance of actually beating old King Handjob. But, you know, I kind of forgot that, and now we're doing a survival run. The safest and easiest of all the runs, really. Wow. Man, I really did not appreciate just how easy the game becomes when you're playing with these things. I mean, the only thing we really need to work on, I suppose, is getting ourselves, I guess, more survival-focused things. You know what? Maybe I am going to turn this around and make it into a tactics build. That way we can grab a cursed sword, possibly, and do some, you know, cursed swordy things. Could work. Oh, look at that. I'm like, oh, well, we're not going to see a cursed chest on this run. And then, you know, we immediately see a cursed chest. Funny how that works out. What the hell. We'll do it. That way we have the possibility of maybe possibly doing a cursed sword run later. I have already invested a lot into survival, but then again, basically everything gives us tactics these days, so it might well be in our... Oh dear. It might well be in our interests to, you know, go... Whoa. Pull your roll there, friendo. Oh god, get out of the way, dog. Whoa. Still kind of fast, even on the lower difficulties. Not that that's a bad thing. A little bit of extra challenge is always appreciated. Anyway, I guess we are, in fact, gonna turn this into a tactics run. Though what the heck. I mean, a couple of extra stats in in survival won't be bad, especially if we pick up some of the items that, you know, they scale with tactics. I'll take that money, seeing as the acquisition of money is going to be a bit harder and also a bit more important. Okay. Oh, our poor slug babies. They deserve so much better than that. And then there's the prison depths. You know, if we went there right now and we rushed through it, we might actually be able to still hit up the ossuary time door. That is a rather tempting proposition. Very tempting indeed, but I don't think we're gonna do that. Whoa, watch yourself there, friendo. Look at him just following me. He's actually slightly faster than me, I think. He seemed to be getting ever slowly closer. Ever so slowly. Well played. That one coin can probably sit back there. It's not really gonna change things for us, is it? So we won't worry about it. Keep on keeping on with our lives here. Yeah, you know what? I'm just not fast enough to be able to competently hit up everything. It is very important that I hit up everything. So... Actually, no. We'll go to the ossuary. I have a somewhat better feeling that the ossuary... But then again, if we go to the ramparts, we could go fight the Watcher. I mean, we could have if I had actually taken a second to consider going there. Because the graveyard tends to have, or at least it used to tend to have, a lot more stat upgrades. Which would have been nice, as the case were. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's not too much for us to worry about. So we won't. Not too much, anyway. Though it also occurs to me, once the Hand of the King inevitably gets nerfed, as he surely will be a little bit, because as you may recall, my general theory is that the only reason he's got so much health and is so powerful right now is in order to allow for better feedback and testing and stuff. Seeing as, you know, every other boss is considerably easier to face. Whoa! Yo, dog. Skeletor's got nothing on us. Beautifully accomplished right there. Though, I am reminded, yet again... I mean, that's good. Very good indeed. But, seeing as it gives us, like, it doesn't stat up our main stat, I figure we're not going to worry about it too much at this particular... Whoa. At this particular moment. We're just going to keep fighting enemies in the hopes of getting enough money to eventually... You know, there might be something in those upper corners. Probably not. But sometimes there is, so it's probably worth checking it out. There we go. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Nothing to worry about. But it's important to do our diligence and check these things just to be safe, because you never know. Never know when they're going to come in handy. Alright, so... I mean, we've got a lot of ice powers on us right now, so it might end up being in our interest to actually, I suppose, fight, or get the heavy turret, possibly. That's one possibility. Another possibility is that we don't get the heavy turret. I mean, all things are possible. Just like how we have somehow, by some miracle, managed to not take any damage so far. I'll admit, I'm actually very proud of myself for that one. Seeing as the last few runs, I have taken quite a bit of unnecessary damage. So, you know. Also, I've gotta say, after you've played on the higher difficulty levels, no boss cells makes the game feel almost too easy. And by almost, I mean like definitely, totally, 100%. Oh, yes, freeze them both right there. Oh god. There we go. That was some good stuff right there, plus a little bit of money. Yeah, slow your roll there, friendo. He's not really slowing his roll, but, you know, can't always expect these savages to... Good job, Gaslight. There we go. I mean, I'm still a little disappointed in myself for taking damage, because now we don't get quite as much power. But life goes on. It also occurs to me a big thing we're going to have to keep in mind nowadays is the fact that... we're not going to have as much money because, I mean, as you can see, you know, we only have like a paltry 45,000 when by this point in the higher cell difficulties we could totally... Ow. We could have totally had like $10 bajillion. Would be kind of cool. Didn't mean to do that, but there it is. And we're actually not even taking that much damage, which is pretty good, I should say. Not great, not perfect, but we are doing not terrible, which is very, very good indeed. Alright, a little bit more survival there. I figure that's how we're going to do it. Only tactics and survival, because I'm not going to give up on the possibility that... Oh, come on, are you kidding me? I'm not going to give up on the possibility that we will get a cursed sword, and, you know, that might be cool. I mean, I feel like that's the sort of thing that is almost inevitably going to end in pain and tragedy for us, but if we can pull it off, then we'll finally get that one achievement out of the way, which would be good, because, you know, gives us that additional sense of pride and accomplishment, which is always much obliged. Ow. Beautifully done. I've got to say, it actually kind of hurts me to know that there's all these cell doors here with plenty of good things behind them that I'm never gonna be able to do anything with on this particular run. But oh well, life always goes on, and we find a way to make things work for us some way or another. I mean, that could be good. I mean, there's a lot of things that could be good, but they aren't necessarily good, so keep that in mind. Alright, so yeah, that's the time door. This is another corridor over here. Man, the ossuary is always such a big... Just kind of... It meanders around a little bit. Alright, I also gotta remember, we don't need to fight everything, so let's not. Instead, only grab the choicest of bits and baubles. There we go, a little bit more money. Always good as well. I mean, overall, I'm happy with this run. It's reasonable. It is moderately powerful, even though we don't actually have any actual power. By which I mean, like, we don't actually have anything that's going to let us run away with the game. Just, at least not yet. Though if we could get a quadruple damage per sword, which I hear those exist again these days, which is always cool, then we should be, overall, pretty good. I mean, even if we could just get a double damage cursed sword, that would be pretty valuable in its own right. Alright, what do you got over here? Anything exciting and useful? The answer is a definite maybe. Oh. Ow. Well, that kind of Kind of sucked, but it was what we needed at the time. Ow, come on, dog. Oh. That wasn't very nice at all, was it? Alright, and that's where that ends. Of course, we have infinite free healing, so we're overall pretty good, and we don't need to worry about life all that much. I was also thinking to myself, like, when it comes to, like, 5-cell difficulty, you know what would be kind of awesome? If with 5 cells, every single chest was a cursed chest. And that was, like, the only way you'd be able to get stat upgrades. I mean, I suppose that might actually end up making this curse restore thing a little bit too good. But, you know, that isn't a terrible thing, probably, maybe. Though, then again, that would probably make the game considerably easier since you'd get a lot of free healing. So, maybe it's not the best idea, but, you know, I figure the game does need something. Ow, that actually hit me? Well, that was... Oh, God. Oh. Whoa. Man, I'm doing, like, scratch damage to this guy. Can't say I like that. Though we are keeping the bleeding going, so that's pretty, pretty important. More or less. Now, if only there was a way to set this guy on fire. Oh. Oh. Yowza. Nope, no. Ah, dang Gidliang. This is feeling a little ridiculous, honestly. But he is almost dead. Good. That took a little bit too long for my liking, but, you know, we won, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Also, we're making record time. I mean, looking at the timer here, I mean, the world record, as memory serves, is like 10 minutes or something. But I think that also required some shenanigans in order to pull off. I think. I don't know, because I'm not the one who did it, so there is that to keep in mind. Anyway, moving on. On to the Slumbering Sanctuary. I mean, the Sepulchre, and by Sepulchre, I mean the Fog Fjord might have actually been the better play there, to be honest, now that I think about it, because it has a time door, which gives us a bit of free money. Oh. And not only free money, but some free... Oh dear. But some other free stuff as well. Ooh, cake. I love cake. Cake is good and great. Oh dear. Oh, come on, dog. Oh dear. Oh wait, what am I doing? I just bleed them to death with poison. There we go, that's some good stuff. I mean, pretty bad overall. But yeah, you can't escape from me, dog. I mean, you apparently can totally escape from me, dog. Wow. Kind of feels like the game suddenly, and quite abruptly got away from us, doesn't it? Like, we were kicking a whole bunch of, you know, enemy posterior regions here. But now, we're suddenly having a bit of difficulty actually, keeping up with stuff. Do I have to go through this? The answer is no. I don't think. We might actually have to go through that, because I didn't really stop to check what's on the other side. Not really sure why I feel the need to kill all these enemies, but I do. So we will. Just in case. I'll take that. Delicious sweet cake. Ooh, please let this be a weapon shop. It is a weapon shop. Awesome. Alright, what do you got for me? This gives us 2 tactics, which isn't bad. I mean, it actually does pretty good damage. But it's not, like, super fantabularific damage. Bubbity. Alright, we'll go with the bow and infinite arrows. Yeah. I mean, its damage overall is better than... Oh yeah, see? Look, I do. Wait. No, I don't? Yes, I do. I do have to go through that chest area. Now, to be honest with you, there's a part of me that's thinking, you know what, Gaslight? You probably made a pretty big error in judgment there. Because I basically blew through most of our money. And what did we really get to show for it? And the answer is not much. So, yeah. We kind of have that going against us right now, but... You know. Gotta survive as best you can, I guess. Also, what does this have? Poison, burning, enemies burn when they die. Alright, so that's not terrible. In fact, that's actually pretty decent. But it's not perfect. It's not like the best it could have been. But, you know, that's also just part of life. Most things aren't perfect. Ah, hell. That's not really what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Alright, assuming, Suction Cup Man doesn't... Oh god, he's suction cupping me. Oh, sweet merciful god. Oh god. Well, that was pretty scary. Yeah, you know what, that makes me realize just how fragile we are. Like, let's take a look at our damage reduction. Only 20%. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot better than that. We need an ice bow. I mean, that would be pretty good. Replace the frost blast and possibly give us some damage reduction. That all-important damage reduction that we'll need in order to survive. But yeah. Oh, sweet merciful god. Well, that was easy. I know what you're thinking. Gaslight, you should totally use that because you were saying it's going to be a cursed sword run. But it's not the right cursed sword. It is a cursed sword that does not have any tactics on it whatsoever. It also didn't even have the decency to give me a double damage modifier. I'm also kind of wondering to myself if I made a mistake buying this infinite bow. I think the answer is I did not, because like we did need the additional power here. And I think we're definitely going to the sepulcher, probably maybe definitely. But if only I could get a double or indeed even a quad damage cursed sword. I really want it. I want ridiculous amounts of unlimited power here. Because, you know. Ah, heck. Why, God, why? Dang it. Oh well, we'll keep it going. There we go. I mean, this infinite bow is actually... Oh dear. It is actually holding its own, so that's kind of good. And by kind of, I mean like definitely super good. But actually, almost better. Almost, but not quite better. So, we'll leave it behind for the time being. Makes the most sense to me, anyway. And, oh wow, look at that. We're already back. We're already back to, like, 50,000 health. How did I do that? How did I do that? I don't know. I mean, surely enemies aren't giving us that much. And surely I haven't recycled that many items. But apparently I have, so that's cool. Gives me an additional sense of pride and accomplishment, which is always very, very, very special. And yeah, we want to go to the sepulcher because it tends to have a lot of stat upgrades in it, as on account of it used to have like 10 bajillion cursed chests in it, much like the graveyard. And it also has a skill upgradey thingy, which is also pretty good. Pretty good indeed. It's what we need, to be honest with you. Mostly need it. Alright, spider beetle lady. You keep on keeping on over there. Looking good. Wow, we're actually really doing good for time here. I like that. So as I look, 5 survival, even though we're... Wait, there's no ever teleporty thing? Apparently there's not. So I have to walk back. Wasting my precious, precious time. Alright. Alright, so we're at a point where we are more or less able to one-shot our foes, which is good. Nicely done. I like it. Oh. I mean, overall, we've got... Oh, dear. We've got a pretty good thing going here. We'll come back for that in a second, but let's just relight the old light post here. And let's see here. We'll swap that, then swap it again. Get rid of it. Man, it got dark really quickly, didn't it? That's unfortunate, but, you know, life goes on. As we go ahead and smash through this over here, see what it gets us. Alright, gives us a... Alright, okay, if you don't die, I kind of want you to, yeah. Follow me down here. Alright, that's good. So now we have 40% damage reduction, which is good. Not perfect, but it is good. And good is good enough, I suppose, at this particular point in time. Kind of. Kind of, maybe, possibly. Good enough. Wow. 27 minutes, really? Have we really been recording that long? The answer is apparently yes. Thought we were doing better for time than that. But apparently not. Which is kind of unfortunate, actually, because I figured, you know, we might be able to do better. Oh well, it's okay. I guess. I mean, it's definitely going to be less than, like, the 10 bajillion hours that it normally takes. I can just recycle that because I can. Well, I mean, it's not like it really takes 10 bajillion hours, but it does feel like it takes a while, doesn't it? On the higher cell difficulties. Yeah. This looks good enough. That heavy turret might actually be what we want at this point. It's also kind of weird to me that on this lower difficulty, it feels like for the first time, I might not actually be able to find all the items I would want. Oh well. Well played. I'll take your money. You know what? Actually, I should have just not picked that up, because remember, we have learned that all enemies kind of scale up based on our stats. So, ooh. Yeah, double tactics, 8,000 damage a pop. That's actually pretty good right there. And if we replace the ice grenade with, you know, some other item that gives us double tactics, and also possibly does more damage reduction, then we might be even better off than we already are. And honestly, we are pretty well off already. So to do even better is actually rather impressive, I should think. Let's see here. I'm not going to reset for that. Our money is too precious. Though, I do kind of think maybe I should have. It's hard sometimes to make these important decisions, but, you know. I think ultimately... Oh dear. Ultimately, we probably made the right choice. Which is what really counts at the end of the day, isn't it? Oh. Probably, maybe, possibly. Alright. Oh, hello there, elite enemy dude. Wow, that was fast. And yeah, that doesn't help us at all, so we're not going to worry about that. Oh yeah, and we can regenerate this thing really quickly, so that's also good. A lot of pluses we've got going for us right now. Which actually makes me, whoa, very happy. The only thing that would make me happier would be if we did in fact get... Let's see here. Yeah, none of these have damage reduction, which is a tad bit unfortunate, but life goes on. As it always does, really. And let's see, looks like our only real choice is up here. Yes. Alright, that's good. Good enough, anyway. Okay. Kind of surprised I actually missed all these things. Whoa. Oh, come on, jerk face. Stupid jerk face. Always jerking me around. Can't say I care for that. Oh, sweet merciful baby Jesus. Well, man, I swear it feels like the darkness is a little bit faster than normal these days. Which is very double plus not good, says I. Alright. I'm actually kind of wondering to myself now as I look at it if there's kind of a balancing point where if we played on a certain cell difficulty due to like the increase in money and whatnot we'd get, if we'd end up being faster than here, because we do have to take not entirely infrequent breaks to go out of our way order to grab more things. Also, there's the clock room. You know what? We'll go out of our way to go fight. Wow, that was fast. Did you see how fast that was? That was pretty beautiful. Yeah, we only get a tiny amount of money for our trouble, but I think that was worth it. Probably. Probably, maybe, definitely, I guess. Alright, so we gotta hope that the castle has our, like, super sweet thingamajig. But with, you know, thingamajigs being very useful and all. The cursed sword, a nice bow. I don't really think we need anything else. Though, I guess if we had the hunter's short bow, that might actually prove to be particularly useful for us. Oh, I can't believe I let myself get hit. Whoa, God! Nope, nope. Yes, and she's dead, just like that. God, I love my life. Yeah. It is actually pretty good. I mean, I actually thought I was going to die there for a second on account of... Just on account of the fact that I was taking ever so much damage. That would have been very, very ungood, but, you know, we're hanging in there, and that's what matters to me. Gosh, darn it, half an hour. Man. Man, this game is so much longer than it was back in the olden days. Holy cow. Alright, yeah, there's definitely a bit of an imbalance going on here. Since, you know, we suddenly have, like, oh, sweet! Neptune! Okay. Yeah, like, do you see this? Are you seeing all this? Like... Okay, good job. Like, we were basically one-shotting everything. And by everything, I mean we were basically one-shotting our enemies here. Like just the regular enemies. But now look at us. This is terrible. Like, ridiculously terrible. Like, not at all good in any way, shape, or form. Well, that was easy. Alright, so we gotta make sure we don't get hit by those elite enemies. Oh god. Yeah, we'll let kindly old... Wow, you actually have a different attack pattern there that I was not aware of. Oh my diddly dang darn it. Okay, god. Yeah, I've got to say, like, playing on 0 cells and seeing that, there's definitely, gonna need to be a balance pass here before that goes, but, alright, that's where we're gonna leave things for now, so until the next time, as always, thank you all for watching, I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, or maybe leave me a comment down below, let me know what you're thinking, and I will see all you in the next video.